The ugly fight over what Charlie Kirk said or did not say in the days, weeks, and months leading up to his assassination is raging on. Candace Owens released more information from what she says are 3 sources who confirmed something important to her. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
3 people told me off record. 2 people who have this in a written communication from Charlie. One who is a Turning Point USA donor, and I would say very much one of the white knights in this. The very day before Charlie Kirk died, he expressed that he thought he was going to be killed. He told these people, I think they're going to kill me, okay? He did not express that to me, so I am telling you this based off the testimony of 3 people. And I am saying this because I hope that these people who I think are good will be inspired to come forward with that. Again, those conversations I had were off record. I honor that. If I say it's off record, it stays off record. But I'm hoping that watching what I am doing and feeling the energy that is rising across the world for people who want to know what the heck happened on 9/10, that, they will be brave and they will say, yeah, Charlie did the day before he died think that he was going to be killed, and maybe tell us, who is they? Well, for once and for all, who is they? Who is the they that he thought were going to kill him?
Well, on the question of who that they is, and Ryan and I will break down a little bit what off the record should mean as well, but the they, InfoWars reporter Harrison Smith posted, I'm not going to name names, but I was told by someone close to Charlie Kirk that Charlie thinks Israel will kill him if he turns against them. That was over the summer. I think it was actually even before.
That was supposed to be before he was killed.
Yeah, it was before Charlie Kirk was killed, which I probably wouldn't normally bring that up because, again, even with Candace in this case, there's no clear sourcing. It's not as though, even in like new independent media, we do more, I would say, vetting of claims than that. But when you start to see more and more people saying stuff like this, it starts to sound like it actually really was the scuttlebutt in the circles around Charlie Kirk, Ryan.
Which helps explain kind of some of the reaction in real time. Now, I just want to be totally clear here. Let's say that it's true that Charlie Kirk did think that. That does not lead logically then to the claim that they did it.
Right.
Like those are kind of disconnected things.
Right.
But it's important for understanding his legacy and the moment that we're in.
What was happening behind the scenes.
Yes.
Right. And this is E8, so this is one of Charlie's close friends, Andrew Colvett, who has been continuing to hold down the fort over at the Charlie Kirk show and talking a lot about trying to debunk some rumors and confirm other claims. He went through these text messages that Candace Owens released that showed Charlie Kirk basically doing I've had it up to here with these conservative Zionists argument. He didn't say it that way, but you can see pretty clearly from the text that Candace released, which people were immediately saying, there's no way these are real, there's no way these are real, showing Kirk's exasperation, utter exasperation with being told what he can and cannot say about Israel. These are within 48 hours of him being assassinated. So let's roll E8.
To address some of the things that have been going around on public, namely about a group text chain that has been made known and released by Candace Owens. And I just want to address it head on because, that was a screen grab that I had shared with people. So it is authentic.
Take a look. So Charlie writes in this group chat, just lost another huge Jewish donor. 2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. Somebody writes, oh. Charlie writes, Jewish donors play into all of the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. And somebody writes, a donor writes, please do not invite Candace. That might feel good short term, but it's not good long term. In my opinion, like all groups, you're going to get a wide variety of opinions. That nasty free will thing that God bestowed on us makes life frustrating at times after the dust settles a bit, maybe. So again, this is 48 hours before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. He was very clear and he was very explicit.
So the Candace part came first, and then Colvette confirmed,
Right.
as you saw in that clip, those were indeed real text messages. He said that's a screenshot actually that he had shared. And so these
24
things,
hours before he was killed, roughly.
within 48, yeah.
Yeah.
So clearly these things are pinging around because there were a lot of conversations in group chats. And it's so ugly to even have to talk about this because Charlie Kirk is not here to explain. I mean, in group chats, there's sarcasm. It's all virtual. It's sarcasm. You say different things. It's easy to imagine how things can get taken out of context. I would say that's a pretty clear statement from Charlie Kirk, but he's obviously not here to explain. He did have that long interview with Megyn Kelly where he put a lot of this in his own words.
Right.
You don't even need to be taking things from group chats necessarily to know that he was deeply, deeply exasperated. And that it seems that donor reference is to Robert Shulman, who the reporting from Max Blumenthal has been confirmed about him publicly revoking that money from Turning Point USA, falling out with Charlie, who considered him, or they considered one another to be very close, almost a mentor-mentee relationship. So this was clearly getting very nasty.
And it shows the dynamic that we've seen over and over, where he says, he says, quote, just lost another huge Jewish donor, $2 million, and that's Shulman, $2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. That's the dynamic that we see so often. Megyn Kelly's betraying a little bit lately, where it's like, and she'll say this out loud, if you try to tell me what I can and can't do, I'm going to go the opposite direction.
Right.
You don't want me to have Tucker? Oh yeah? How about Candace too?
Yeah.
Just to like draw boundaries. Be like, no, this is my conference. This is my organization. I'm going to make the decisions. And also, I'm going to make the decisions, and this is what he was saying to Netanyahu and others, I'm going to make the decisions that I actually think are better for Israel. Like, he thought it was better for Israel
Yeah.
to have this aired out in public,
Right.
to sharpen your counterpoints against the narratives that exist, rather than try to suppress them and pretend they don't exist.
And that is what he said. He tried to explain to Netanyahu in the letter. He said, this suppression is like absolute, the appearance of speech suppression, the existence of speech suppression is bad for you.
Right. You're not going to win this way.
Right.
It was his argument. And so, it has been fascinating to see this be the debate rather than what I thought right afterwards when they found out that the alleged shooter's partner is a trans person. Like, oh, well, we're going to get a month or 6 weeks, months of like, trans hate. And instead, this has been more the conversation.
It's so ugly. I mean, it's just, it's the amount of, I mean, if you think about the amount of digital evidence of your thought process that you leave now in 2025, if you're somebody who works in politics and you're working this stuff out in, he was clearly trying to keep everybody happy. I think that's the big takeaway, is that he was trying to tell supporters of Israel he was still on their side and give them tough love. But then he was also expressing privately how incredibly exasperated he was by all of this. He did it publicly too, again, on the Megyn Kelly interview. So Right, and you can imagine a guy who made his entire career starting from when he's like 18 about debate. Yeah.
And all of these people, he has a $150 million organization that people are funding based on his career as somebody who wants to air different sides.
Right.
It'd be one thing if he ran AIPAC and he invited Tucker Carlson to the conference.
Right.
Then I think if you're an AIPAC donor, you're like, no, absolutely not.
Get out of here.
Like, he does not toe our line.
Right.
And that's fine. You're an advocacy organization for AIPAC. Like, no Tucker Carlson, totally fair.
Yeah.
But Turning Point USA it's built on the idea of debate. And so the idea that you can't have this debate, which is tearing the conservative movement apart, is just anathema to his very being. And then, as he explained on Megyn Kelly, to then layer on top of that a personal insult that you actually are anti-Semitic,
Right.
was clearly driving him nuts.
Despite all the time he has spent advocating for Israel. I mean, it's just the fact that people are still right now treating his feelings like they were in some way illegitimate or flirting with anti-Semitism it's so disgusting. And it's just ugly, again, that his sort of digital footprint is being torn apart like this. It was, I mean, he put this stuff pretty clearly in public at the time too, but sad.
Hey, if you like that video, hit the like button or leave a comment below. It really helps get the show to more people.
And if you'd like to get the full show ad-free and in your inbox every morning, you can sign up at breakingpoints.com.
That's right. Get the full show, help support the future of independent media at breakingpoints.com.